When you walk into a restaurant and the lighting is just like super warm and dim.
Oh, yeah, totally. It immediately tells your brain to just settle in.
Right, exactly. But if you walk in and it's bright fluorescent lights, it's screaming, eat fast and get out.
Yeah, it's basically environmental conditioning. Your brain sets the mental stage before you even look at a menu.
Well, today we're taking a deep dive into how the independent news broadcast democracy now does that exact same thing to you, but with its theme music.
Yeah, the sonic architecture.
Exactly. Our mission for you on this deep dive is to unpack this really comprehensive 30-year analysis of the show. We're going to see how they use music not just to, fill dead air, but to literally hack your emotions.
A very deliberate tool.
It really is. And just a quick disclaimer for you before we jump in. Because the show covers heavily charged political activism and, global conflicts, we are acting strictly as your impartial guides today.
Right. We aren't endorsing any specific political viewpoints or taking sides.
Exactly. We're just impartially reporting the author's historical analysis of the music itself. So anyway, that lighting analogy really clicks when you look at the show's bookends.
Oh, for sure. I mean, every morning they open with this driving acid jazz track by the British band Incognito.
The one called Need to Know.
Yeah. And in military circles, need to know is classified jargon for keeping secrets.
Right. But the broadcast actively subverts that phrase. They use that propulsive rhythm to, champion your democratic right to transparency.
It creates this subconscious mental filter. Before the news even starts, that track is priming you to question authority.
Oh, wow.
But the real trick is how they manage your emotional state at the very end of the broadcast. Because, if you've just listened to an hour of intense war reporting,
you're probably ready to give up on the world and go back to bed.
Exactly. Which is why the closing track is so jarringly different.
Yeah.
It's Manitoba's Kid, You'll Move Mountains.
Which is a title pulled straight from Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, it is. It structurally combats political doomerism. That bright indie electronic piece acts as a deliberate antidote to despair.
Oh, I love that phrase, antidote to despair.
It really pulls you out of that paralysis.
Yeah.
It restores your sense of agency before you go about your day.
Okay, wait. So this is the part of the analysis that completely threw me. The bookends make total sense. But then we look at the 1-minute transitional music breaks in the middle of the show.
The corporate paradox.
Right, because the program is fiercely anti-monopoly, yet during these breaks I'm hearing Johnny Cash or James Brown.
Yeah.
These are artists owned by massive legacy labels. How does playing corporate music fit their independent ethos?
I know, it seems like a massive contradiction at first. But the staff curating those short breaks is actually heavily decentralized.
Okay.
And they often rely on those commercial artists as a fast thematic shorthand.
What do you mean by thematic shorthand?
Well, say a segment is about prison reform. Playing Johnny Cash's Folsom Prison Blues instantly grounds an abstract policy debate into a cultural touchstone that you already feel in your gut.
So they're trading purity for immediate emotional resonance.
Exactly. And we zoom out to the broader structure. The program itself acts as a massive counterweight to media consolidation anyway.
Oh, right. In an era dominated by conglomerates like Paramount and Skydance.
And Ticketmaster, yeah.
Yeah.
The show serves as this vital counter-censorship platform. They broadcast marginalized anti-war audio that commercial networks have historically suppressed.
Like MTV in the lead up to the Iraq War.
Exactly. So they provide a space for voices that wouldn't otherwise be heard.
But wait, if the staff picking those transitional tracks is totally decentralized, who sets that overarching rebellious tone?
That actually traces straight to the top, to executive producer Amy Goodman.
Her personal tastes are inherently disruptive, aren't they?
Very much so. The sources highlight her preference for the avant-garde satire of, the mothers of invention.
Or the raw, unvarnished blues of Howlin' Wolf over anything polished by a PR team.
Yeah, she calls it punk before punk. And that unvarnished ethos translates directly into their live studio sessions, too.
Oh, right, because they aren't just inviting musicians on to play a hit single.
No, they're actively archiving musical activism.
Like having Pete Seeger on the show to recount how he was blacklisted by CBS.
Or jazz bassist Charlie Haden detailing his actual arrest in Portugal for musical dissent.
That is wild. By treating musicians as critical political actors, the broadcast bridges the gap between culture and hard journalism.
It shows you that music isn't merely a passive reflection of a movement. It's often the engine that sustains it.
Totally. So for you listening, the next time you consume media, Try paying attention to the background transitions.
Yeah, notice how that sonic architecture is subtly guiding your emotional processing and, contextualizing the facts you're hearing.
It raises a pretty provocative thought to leave you with, actually.
It does. If a daily news program purposefully uses its soundtrack to combat political doomerism, how might the personal music playlists you curate for yourself be unconsciously shaping your own political boundaries?
Yeah, are your daily listening habits expanding your willingness to take action or limiting it? The next time you put your headphones on, ask yourself, are you setting your mental lighting for despair or are you getting ready to move mountains?